Hello everyone. Today, we'll uncover the mystery of the human-horse bond. Let's start this funny journey together. Do you like it? A horse-naive girl and an unruly stallion, a perfect pair. They became the best partners day by day. The girl and the horse stuck together like glue. Past pains faded away, and even Zayo Kaio's attitude towards her uncle suddenly got nicer. The good times never last. Zayo Kaio accidentally overheard the ranch owner saying he wanted to sell Black Beauty, just because he was a tough nut to crack. To keep Black Beauty, Zayo Kaio tried to train him, but he flipped out the moment she took the rope. Seeing this, Zayo Kaio put the rope on her own head, giving Black Beauty a bit of confidence. People around were just speechless. Then, Zayo Kaio carefully looped the rope on Black Beauty's head. He surprisingly didn't resist. Others thought you haven't truly tamed a horse until you can ride it. So, with her uncle's guidance, Zayo Kaio tried putting a saddle on. When a small cloth was placed on Black Beauty, he reacted violently. Zayo Kaio tried repeatedly, but it was like racing a horse in vain. Faced with the other girl's taunts, Zayo Kaio shot back like a pro and became more determined to achieve her goals, like seeing a rainbow after a Finally, Black Beauty thought having something on his back wasn't all that bad, and Zayo Kaio managed to put the saddle on him. When her uncle demonstrated how to mount a horse, Black Beauty turned into a flying policewoman, bolting around the ranch, dragging Zayo Kaio's uncle for nearly 30 meters. Thankfully, her uncle was just dragged by his tangled foot, and the soft sand saved him. What a lucky day. Under the tree, Zayo Kaio studied the horse training manual and saw a photo with her parents, evoking warm memories. She realized her uncle, though never met them, always cared for their family, warming Zayo Kaio's heart. This warm discovery made Zayo Kaio miss her parents deeply, and tears streamed down like a flood, emotions skyrocketing. Seeing Zayo Kaio sad, Black Beauty suddenly bent down, conquering his fears and inviting her to ride on his back. Talk about heartwarming. Perhaps he understood this was the only comfort he could offer her, and the breeze would whisk away her pain. Then, they joined forces to flee the ranch crisis, facing destiny's tests through lush woods. Soaking up the sun and enjoying beautiful fields, Zayo Kaio, riding for the first time, soon fell off. Her uncle was running towards her like a frantic chicken on a hot stove. Zayo Kaio gradually improved, riding Black Beauty to explore farther, like a day on golden shores. Waves gently lapped against the shore, the duo joyfully galloped along, and the sea breeze brushed past, as if blowing away their gloom. Sunlight in the distance revealed a bright future, yet who'd foreseen their wounds reopened by disaster? With winter arriving, the ranch hand heartlessly placed the heater by the horse's stall and then got knocked out by his foreman. When the cold wind blew, hay flew around, and tiny flames began to spread like wildfire. The horses were frantically calling for help, trying to get everyone's attention. This fire was getting out of control. Zayo Kaio heard Black Beauty's distress and rushed to the barn, racing through flames, determined to save him. She covered his eyes with her clothes and pulled him out of the fire. What a brave night. At this moment, her uncle and the crew also rushed to the scene, and everyone was in a frenzy. Run, run, run. Hurry! Zayo Kaio dashed into the flames again. What a fire fairy. Her uncle followed her, rescuing several horses, but Zayo Kaio was still missing, making everyone anxious. This made her uncle anxious, and Black Beauty was restless too, but finally, Zayo Kaio managed to lead the last horse out. Afterwards, the barn was engulfed by flames, and Zayo Kaio and Black Beauty's good life vanished. The horses lost their home, and the ranch owner planned to sell them. How heartbreaking. Sorry, yeah, all the horses have to be sold. If I can, I'm willing to work for her. Subtitle: With Zayo Kaio's pleas and uncle's help, the owner agreed not to sell Black Beauty temporarily but to rent her out. This let Zayo Kaio breathe a sigh of relief, but little did she know that this rental would haunt her for a lifetime. Shortly after, a rich girl rented Black Beauty, and another wealthy young man bought a horse named Ginger. With her uncle's help, Zayo Kaio became the ranch hand and accompanied Black Beauty to a luxurious estate. The stables here were spotless, and the horses sparkled. What a fairy tale place. But Black Beauty was cruelly treated by the rich girl here. What a painful lesson. To satisfy her whim, she even had Black Beauty's mane cut and put spurs on the saddle, stabbing him now and then. How outrageous. Zayo Kaio watched in anguish as this unfolded, but she was powerless due to her employer's orders. Fortunately, George, the wealthy young man, helped Zayo Kaio care for Black Beauty, which deserves a round of applause. But who would have thought that a horse racing event would become the spark that separated them? In the race, George and Ginger raced together as the rich girl mercilessly lashed at Black Beauty. Such a horrific scene. Even when Black Beauty started to lose control, she completely ignored it, and ultimately, an accident occurred. The wealthy girl was fortunately unharmed, but Black Beauty suffered severe injuries. The doctor bandaged Black Beauty's wounds, but the scars would last a lifetime. Eventually, the employer decided not to rent Black Beauty anymore, and her uncle came to inform Sayo Kaio of the heartbreaking news.